Yo, what's up? It's Jonathan Belcher. I was inside the house and I was just thinking about what I wanted to make this video about today and share it with you. And I want to tell you how the law of attraction can change your life. So I'm going to tell a little bit about some specifics of my story and stuff like that, because I believe if I share my experiences, a lot of us go through some similar things in life and we have similar desires. So if I share my experiences with you, that can really help you to head in the right direction in your business. So, I'm gonna take you back. I'm gonna take you back to some time ago when I was going to college. I was in a point in my life where I was struggling really, really bad. I had a 9-to-5 job. I was working as a security guard, and I hated the job. I utterly hated the job, right? Because even though I was working 8 to 12-hour days, it seemed like I was still broke all the time. But that's not really what really got me into being my own boss and entrepreneurship. What really got me into being my own boss and working for myself and making money for myself is, number one, it's just the way the world is operating. When you look at the value of the dollar decreasing, as well as having to pay more and more money for college. Most people have to take out a loan to go to college, and then they get a job to then pay off that loan. I didn't necessarily agree with that system. I felt like it's a disempowering system instead of an empowering one. And then when you learn about credit, you learn that credit is basically you buying fake money almost. You know what I'm saying? So it's a system that's not very empowering. So that, along with watching my mom struggle. My mom has worked for a very long time at her 9-to-5 job, and for years and years and years I'd watch her struggle. I'd watch her complain about the bills. And so that got me to think differently, right? It got me to start thinking about life differently. It got me to start thinking about business differently. It got me to start thinking about my capabilities differently. And I just started to believe in myself, and I started to question, is there another way? Is there a better way to go about making money? Is there a better way to go about life in a way where I'm empowered, and as well as in the process of me being empowered, how can I empower you to be better? So that's what I started to ask myself. And I think that's where the transition into business happened. So it's amazing how the law of attraction works, right? Like, literally, thoughts are things. Like, you got to understand that if you're thinking about something long enough and something's on your mind and you're focused on something long enough, it's going to manifest as a reality in your life. So fast forward, that turns into me being invited to, network marketing events. Then from those network marketing companies, that turns into me getting into internet marketing, where that's where everything changed for me. That's where my entire life changed. And when I had a major breakthrough was when I got into internet marketing and I started to learn basically that I can reach more people, that I can touch more lives as opposed to just my local area. And that's when I think everything shifted for me, because then I started to get connected with people online who thought just like me. People who I realized that there were so many people out there in the world who didn't want to just work a 9-to-5 job for the rest of their life. I realized that there were so much more people in the world who were tired of struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, being behind on the bills. I realized that there were so much more people in the world who just desired financial freedom. And you're probably one of those people right now who's watching this video and you're like, I really desire financial freedom. I really want to do something that I'm passionate about and earn an income. And that's why I'm making this video, to tell you how it all unfolds and how the law of attraction works. And this is how it works, right? This is how it works. You start thinking about something, and that thought that you're thinking about starts to fester in your mind. You start to visualize what you want, and then at some point or another, you start to build the courage to take action on where you want to be in your life. And at that point in which you build the courage to make a new decision, to take action to change your life, that's when everything changes. Because if you do the same thing you've been doing in life, you're not going to make any much change, right? Like, change always comes right after making a new decision. Whether that's you trying to level up your knowledge, whether that's you trying to level up your skill sets, it's going to take you making a conscious decision that you want to change something or you want to improve something. So that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about business. I was thinking about quitting my job. I was thinking about how I can help people, how I can serve people, finding my little niche, basically. I was thinking about those things. And it's a process, right? It's a process that takes some time to really, really get your foot wet and to really, really start hitting the ground running. But it's a process that's extremely, extremely worth it, because you can't find your greatness through your comfort zone. You know, you're not going to tap into your true greatness in your comfort zone. And many people are stressed out because they're doing a 9-to-5 job that's not necessarily their calling. They're doing a 9-to-5 job that's not necessarily in line with their purpose, and they feel trapped. Although the job is paying their bills, there's still an aspect of feeling trapped because they're not fully expressing themselves as the entrepreneur they want to be. So that's where I was. I was kind of stressed out about that, and I knew I needed to do something different. So me getting started in the business online, then that started to cause me to connect with new people. And these new people thought just like me. I can remember one of my friends, a friend of mine, who's still my friend up to this day. His name is Chris Dakers. Literally found him from the internet because we thought alike. And then I found out he lived literally like a block away from me. You know, so then we just started linking up. We started doing our little masterminds. We started coming up with plans of how we're going to execute the business. And from Chris Dakers, that led to new networks and new people. Then I met somebody named Gregory, who also lived in my area. Then I also met Jamel, right? This kid named Jamel. And then I learned a lot about his story, you know, overcoming cancer and being able to, from cancer, he overcame cancer. And then after that, he got started in online business and quit his 9-to-5 job as well. So it's amazing how the law of attraction works. Understand that the law of attraction will connect you with the people you need to be connected with. It'll connect you with the businesses that you need to be connected with. The law of attraction is going to connect you with your power that's within you. The law of attraction is going to connect you with the strategies you need to be connected with. It's going to connect you with the tools you need to be connected with. And most importantly, the most important part of all of this with having to do with the law of attraction is it's going to connect you with a consciousness that you need to become successful. You can't do anything in life that you don't believe you're capable of doing. So the first step to attracting greatness in your life is focusing on the fact that I do have power within myself. You know, I want you to look in the mirror and say, I have power within myself. I'm financially abundant. Money flows to me effortlessly and abundantly. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am loved. Those are just some affirmations to get you attracting the right things that you do want. And the way that you attract the things that you do want is by focusing on it. So once I got started in internet marketing and I started to focus on the things I did want, it started to bring the people and the relationships, the business opportunities, and every single thing started to come my way that I needed to be able to put me in a position to move forward. You know, now if I wasn't thinking about business, I would have never met Chris, I would have never met Jamel, I would have never met Gregory, I would have never gotten started online, I would have never quit my job if I wasn't thinking about that, you know. So thoughts are things. That's how thoughts are things. And then once you start thinking about something and then you pair that, then you add action to it, that's when you can create a miracle in your life. You know, nothing can't fully manifest in your life just from you simply thinking about it, in most times, right? And when you're just thinking about something and you're expecting greatness to come only from thinking and not taking action, what that is basically you leaving your life to chance. And you don't want to leave your life to chance, do you? Don't you want to live an empowered life? Don't you want to live a life where people are inspired, people gain value from you? Not only people in your local area, I'm talking about people in other countries. People are part of different cultures. People are part of different religions. Because that's how I open up my brand. I open up my brand in a way where I can work with everybody. You know, and I think that's important because we're all connected in some way, shape, or form. So that's how it started to just manifest. Things started to manifest, and understand that even though you're using the law of attraction, some things may pop up in your life that may not be something that you want. So still, you have to vibrate at a higher frequency. So let's say you're in a situation in your life right now where it seems like the walls are caving in, right? And it seems like you're in a situation where you're trapped. You feel overwhelmed. You don't know how to get out of the situation you're in. Let's just say that's your situation right now and you're feeling like that. Well, first, I would recommend that you check your feelings, right? Check your feelings and start to vibrate at a higher frequency. So you don't want to focus too much on the BS going on in your life. Focus on the things that you can be grateful for. And I think that's the beauty of life. Anything that we're dealing with in life, no matter how rough it is, we can always find something that we can be grateful for. We can always find something that we can be appreciative for. We can always find something we can express gratitude for. So find that thing or those things that you can find gratitude for and ignore the BS. So you're like, John, so you're telling me to just ignore the effed up stuff happening in my life? You're telling me to ignore the negativity? You're telling me to ignore, the things that's not making me feel good? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Because in order for you to move forward and manifest what you truly want in life, you gotta move powerfully. The only way you can move powerfully is if you're vibrating at a high energy level. The only way you can move powerfully is if you're thinking mostly positive, if your mindset is dominated by positive thoughts instead of negative thoughts. The only way you can move powerfully is if you're moving as if you've already received that thing that you want. So in my mind, right now, I don't know how many subscribers I have on YouTube, but in my mind, I already see 1 million subscribers. So I'm operating as if I'm talking to 1 million people already. I'm already immersed into that mindset already. Because I know that someday there will be millions of people very soon, in the very near future. There will be millions of people watching, my videos, and millions of people getting help and getting value from my videos. So even the success that I had, that is nothing compared to what we're about to do. That's nothing compared to what me and my 300 to Freedom team is about to do. The success that, is nothing. It's like a small little speck, microscopic speck, like that small compared to the gigantic amount of success, the gigantic amount of abundance and prosperity that's coming into our lives now. So we move in that mindset, right? On the 300 to Freedom team, we believe in moving in that mindset as if we've already accomplished. So there's no second guessing. There's no doubting ourselves. There's no fear. All of that stuff, all of that gets eradicated from the mind when you operate as if what you want is already here now. So that's how it happened. And then, after meeting Chris, I met Jamel, I met Gregory. Then I started to go to events. I started to go to the company events and stuff like that and meet 7-figure earners and the company owner and stuff like that, in which it was amazing, that experience, because that's when I truly realized how many lives I was impacting. Because when I went to the event, there were just so many random people that I didn't know I was inspiring and motivating, coming up to me, wanting to do interviews, asking me how did I do it, how did I achieve success, what's the secret, what's the strategy, and that really made me feel good, and it really made me feel like, wow, there's something greater that's possible for me. And that's how you want to feel. You want to feel as if there's something greater that's possible for you, even if you can't see it physically in your life, in your reality yet. You always want to be moving in the mindset that there's greater out there. There's something bigger that I can achieve. There's something that I'm going for. There's always a vision. The Bible says that in a land where there's no revelation or no vision, the people perish. So the vision I used to have working at a 9-to-5 job manifested into a reality, and then now I quit my job, and then now I'm at events, meeting with people across different paths, right? And they're coming up to me telling me how much I inspired them. That made me realize something. Then you fast forward later, the company owner, he actually shouted me out on Facebook and spoke about just my mission and how I was putting together a team and stuff like that, and a movement, and he really respected that, and that really made me feel good. People were like, man, you're so famous, you're famous now, right? But the thing is, I'm not famous in the general public yet, but I mean, that's not what I'm doing this for. I'm not doing it for general public fame or anything like that. I'm just doing it to be a beacon of light, to be somebody that a reference point where people can say, you know what? Because he never gave up, I know what's possible for me. As long as I can do that, as long as I can get you to realize that, look, you can change your life through the power of law of attraction, you can change your life through the power of thoughts, and you can manifest whatever it is that you want, whatever you're dreaming of, whatever your heart desires. As long as you get that message from me, as long as you get that message from my YouTube channel, that's what matters to me more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what matters. I mean, of course, I have training products and stuff like that, and a website, workwithjohnbelcher.com, where you could check out my blogs and stuff and all that stuff. And all that is cool. And I enjoy the people and the students that I work with and help them transition their life to a better state. I enjoy all of that. I love all of that. But at the end of the day, when I wake up in the morning, my mission is to inspire and motivate and get one person moving. If I can inspire and motivate you, that one person I'm talking to right now, and I'm looking you in your eyes right now, to get moving, my job is done, and I'm grateful for that. I'm appreciative of that. So, from the focus of the simple things, we can create more complex things. We could create worlds. We could create new networks. We could create new friendships. We could create new relationships. We can help our community. We can impact people in ways that we never thought were possible. So that was my message for today. I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of my story and why I chose the path that I chose. I remember that there was just days where I was just so stressed out, you know, had no money to do what I wanted to do at all, couldn't go out to eat, couldn't take my girlfriend out to the restaurants that she wanted to go to. I didn't have the money. I was dead broke. So that transition to me, it compelled me to want to take action and change my life. So understand that there's glory in the struggle, right? There's beauty in the struggle and there's ugliness in the success. There's beauty in the struggle and there's ugliness in the success. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and you'll see below you can also hit the bell. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. The bell will let you be notified whenever I make videos like this. Also, go to my website. It's in the description below, www.workwithjohnbelcher.com. The John does not have an H in it, right? That's WorkwithJohnBelcher.com. Check out my blog. Check out the training products if you want to work with me. I'm going to see you at the top. Peace.